step on how this strategy made $107,000 in just 30 days from $5,000. Even if you're a complete beginner, and you don't even need to have up to $5,000 for this. Like, can you start with $1,000 and in just 30 days you'll be making profit? And I'm not going to give you false promises or whatever. I'm actually going to show you results of how this was actually made. This is a trade of $500 to $30,000. This is a trade from $400 to $22,000. This is a trade from $436,000 to $13,000. This is another one from 400 to 20,000. So like these are basically 50x's, 70x's, and 100x's. I'm going to take guys step by step. I'm not just going to bluff. So I want this video to be real quick. So let's go. These are the withdrawals of it. These are $13,000, $15,000 withdrawals, $15,000, and these are real. These are all real. Can't withdraw from demo. This is a real account, $43,000, and this strategy I'm about to show you guys is basically what made this amount of money. So let's drive in. So now I'll teach you guys this strategy that made this, and I will just 5 simple steps so to show you that it's not even something that you need to crack your head upon. Like most people will be telling you, add this again, this indicator. No, all those things are just, it's going to complicate trading for you. And whenever you trade, you want to keep your trading simple. I'm a fan of keeping your trading as simple as, so I take my sweet spot is actually 10 trades a month. So but you can take up to 15 trades a month, but it should be between 10 trades to 15 trades a month. That's what I usually advise. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, and not just to do this, I will show you the simplest path to achieve this without making mistakes like I did in the beginning, because I made a ton of mistakes in the beginning as a trader. When I was learning from my mentor, I made a lot of mistakes. So I'm going to take you guys through, and I'll try to make this video very concise and straightforward. At the end, I will give you guys a pro tip that will make you get this result faster in less than 4 weeks. So I hope that most of you wait for that. So these are the 3 steps. Number 1, the capital. What I'm going to be covering in this video. I'm going to cover capital, I'm going to cover the mindset and money management, and most importantly, I'm going to cover the strategy. These 3 things work together. These 3 things, and also the bonus tip I promised you guys I'm going to be giving you guys at the ending, most importantly, to actually achieve this way faster. Let's go. So before I move into these 3 steps, I want to show you guys something. This is a quick calculation of how your trading can look like and on how it can look like. So you have $1,000 to invest, or you have $1,000 you want to put into the market. I'm just giving an illustration, and you divide into 10 places. I told you my sweet spot is 10 trades a month. So if I divide $1,000 in 10 places, that's $100. I'm making $100 for every trade. That's just 10 trades a month. Sweet spot. Don't stress yourself too much more than that. I aim for 1 to, actually most of those trades you saw there actually a 1 to 50, 1 to 75. That's on the when it hits my TP. But my break even, if you know what break even is where you place a trade so it doesn't take you out. Like imagine your trade has already started going in profit, and you don't want it to take you out. Don't want it to go back to your entry and take you out and hit your stop loss. So you set a break even to 1 to 10, which is what I usually set my break even to now. So meaning for every winning trade I make $1,000 net profit. So if I have 7 trades, most of the time, like if I have 7 winning trades, I don't have up to 3 losses. But fine, let's just say for calculation's sake, I have 3 losses and 7 wins. Meaning we make $7,000 in profit and $300 in loss. Total balance for that month will be $6,700. That's $6,700 for some country that don't really understand that. So it's that simple, and once I break this down to you, I promise you start getting similar results. So let's go into it. Now, the capital is the most overlooked part of this whole thing, and I'm not going to overemphasize on this capital. I'm not going to talk too much on the capital. I'm just going to go straight to the point about what I want to talk about. When we're talking about capital, we're talking about the money you have to set aside for trading. I'd really advise you be doing something before you go into this, or you should have some sort of savings, right? It can be 3,000, 5,000, anything. Just set it aside that okay, this is my trading money. And it's more better if you even have a job, meaning you are living by the money you get from your job, but you just set out a particular amount of money that you want to use to trade. You should have money for trading. You should have money aside for trading, because this cannot work if you don't have money for trading. I don't even know how I got this picture. This is $300. Fuck, I thought it was 3,000. Anyways, let's move into it. So the next point, again, right before we go, so you should have this even before you think of trading, and it's as simple as that. But if you have all the money, you can still blow it up if you don't have this next point: mindsets and money management. I'm going to actually break this down for you. I'm supposed to make a whole video on this. If you want me to make a whole video, you can comment if you want to make a whole video. Money management and your mindset, like, this is so crucial. I can't emphasize this. I'm not going to come here and tell you, oh, overconfidence, fear. You already knows all this. I'm not going to break it into one word. And when this was broke, like when I found this, I was like, oh, this is so true. Now, this is what I call money blindness. Like, this guy is money blind. This guy that has nervousness, this guy that has overconfidence, this guy that has fear, this guy that has greed, this guy that has anxiety, FOMO, doubt. It all boils down to money blindness. And what is money blindness? Is literally when you are blinded by the money you want to gain from the market, or the money you want to collect from the market. You should focus on your edge and not the money. That's how the market players play with your head. If you've ever traded before on real capital, you know that the market makers play with your head by making you blinded by the money. You are blinded by the money you see online. You're blinded by everything you see. You just want to make the money fast, and you have overconfidence. You're like, oh, this guy has already taught me this. I'm so confident. No, you should go to the market and like, this is my strategy, and I'm going to follow it judiciously. I'm not going to risk all my capital. You have $1,000 and you want to risk $500, so you can only take 2 trades and you're out of the market. You're giving the market your money. Fear. You're afraid to take any move. You're afraid to take any. All these things just based off. You're blinded by the money. You're blinded by the fact that you will lose the money. That's why you're afraid. Greed. You are blinded by, oh, I want to make that big 1M doors so I can buy a Bugatti or buy a Urus to show and flex on my friends and tell them that I finally made it. Or no, don't exactly it. So I will tell you, make sure you have good habits while you trade, and bear in mind, when you are chasing money, meaning you have bad habits that will ruin your trading, like over trading. That means you want to make more money, or you want to recover losses that will eventually lead to trading. That's FOMO. You want, oh, any trade that comes in my is not your strategy, and which I'm going to cover in the future. So you guys should wait on that. I'm going to cover this strategy that I'm going to give you guys on how I actually make this money. I'm just trying to set your mindset straight that don't chase the money. Chase actually having this knowledge, actually following the strategy with all discipline. And I don't want you guys to think discipline is a bad thing, or discipline is not a bad thing. Discipline is just basically you loving yourself. Like, if you end up losing this money, like, you don't love yourself. Basically, you're hurting yourself. So discipline is just basically showing yourself love. Fear of missing out, like we talked about, that's the greed of money, and all of that mistakes that traders make. Once you are not chasing money and building good habits while you trade, like, you're ready to start making bank. Like, it took me time to realize this. I already started trading before I could realize I was actually doing this. And all traders that lose in the market are blinded by money. Like, traders that make mistake constantly, like, oh, in my emotions, bro, we all have emotions. We are human beings, but how do you control those emotions? How do you react to those emotions? That's what we're talking about. Now, the main deal of this discussion: without this, there is no money to be made, like, straight up. And that is the last part: strategy. You wait till the end. I have a bonus tip. I told you guys, this really helped me to cut out all the BS in this beginning of my trading that made my trading so fast. I even started taking my trade 1 week after I learned this shit. Now, I basically follow just 5 simple steps, which I call advanced order blocks. Now, you won't really find this on YouTube because it's my terminology. I actually made it. So I call it advanced order blocks. This is just an example of a trade I took. I marked out my POI. I'll make more in-depth videos or live sessions with you guys in the future. This is just basically, I set out my POI and price come into there. You just think that, okay, price went there and just started going down. Now, this is actually the main reason why my trades have high returns. When you set a trade like this, imagine this was actually my stop loss and this was my take profit. I can just turn maybe $100 to $8,000 or maybe to $500. But I use confirmation at this particular point, so my stop losses are very slim, meaning any little retracement of price amount. So since my stop losses are very, very, very slim, it's like a two-edged sword. But if you actually know what you are doing, it can't hurt you. Since my stop losses are very slim, I have like 1 to 50, 1 to 75. So those 1 to 5s that people are collecting, I'm collecting my 1 to 75 because I have the confirmation I'm using, which I'm going to show you guys in the future video. Like, nobody actually have this confirmation I'm using. I use one of the craziest confirmation for reversals, and I want to give glory to God actually for this, because it was actually God that helped me with this. So these are the 5 steps. 1, sweep of liquidity. Sweep of liquidity, that's for valid order blocks, because we always know that. Okay, I don't think some of us know this, but valid order blocks always have sweep of liquidity. They must have swept the liquidity to show that there is momentum. Then we must see a break of structure. Secondly, a break of structure. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on this, tell me and I will explain each of these sections to you. Structural liquidity. We need to see price creating some form of liquidity for it. See, all these things here are liquidity. Price took it out. People who I would have wanted to sell from here took it out, went to this point and started selling off. We want to see our second break of structure, showing that price is actually trying to create a new high so that price can take it out later. That's going to be the weak high or weak low. And enter into our trade in the POI, which is where I entered from here and straight down. Entering this trade, I have my confirmations, right? I have things I look for when price is inside this POI, which is the call. This POI, a price goes down, and I just follow this 10 times a month. Now, if you think that trading is not hard, it's very, very simple. Like, this is the first time you're hearing it, so it's going to sound like some crazy things. So this is basically how you make bands. You can make 10k bands every single month. So basically, this is what you need to know. So there are more things like scaling. Maybe you don't want to trade $1,000 later. Maybe you have 10,000 now. You want to trade with 5,000. Like, those ones are in the future. So basically, this is what you need to know: your entry, your exits, and your risks per trade. How are you entering the trade? How are you exiting the trade? And what are you risking per trade? And how many trades are you taking per month? It can be 10, can be 11. Because this is what you actually need to start making those bands. I promise you something, and if you are here to this point, means you really, really want to have this. You really, really want to have this success. I want to make bands, and I promise you, bro, you will make this band. Or any girl that is here, shout out to you. Now, the bonus tip I'm giving to you guys: get a mentor to fast track your trading. I won't lie to you. I won't tell you anything more than this. Get a mentor to fast track your trading. So get a mentor. I'm not saying you should get me, which I'm also available. You can just get a mentor. You like this guy, you like the way the guy talks, you like the way the guy teaches. Like any trading guy, I want to learn how your strategy works. I want to learn and focus on it. Learn it literally. You can just focus a week on it. Most traders, they keep their trading simple, so you don't need to take too long to learn this thing. And finally, treat trading as a business. Treat trading as a business. I have one more bonus for you guys. Check out the description for my free Telegram. I'm just going to be dropping like mental assignments there for you to think about, for you to keep your mindset on check. And also, if you want me to teach you one-on-one, want me to teach it, you could also go to the free Telegram group where you can also access me from there. My DM link would be there in the group. Peace, guys. Forgot to say this, please. I only allow serious guys. Like, if you're not serious, please don't waste your time to DM me. Like, you really need to be serious for you to DM me. All right.